Have you ever walked into a room, said absolutely nothing, and suddenly people start acting weird? One guy avoids eye contact like you're a debt collector. Another starts over explaining their weekend like you asked for their autobiography. And someone else just laughs too hard at jokes that aren't even funny. Guess what? That's not random. That's fear. And here's the savage truth. Most people secretly fear you, even if they'd rather die than admit it. In this video, I will break down why most people secretly fear you, even if they won't admit it. Oh, by the way, I always feature my favorite comment from the last video at the end, so stick around to see if it's yours. 1. You're too self-aware. People hate mirrors, especially human ones. The more self-aware you are, the more you expose their nonsense just by existing. You don't even have to call them out. Your vibe already does. When you understand yourself, your flaws, your strengths, your boundaries, you automatically make the people who run on excuses feel naked. And nobody likes feeling exposed. That's why they fear you. You're not attacking them, but you are dismantling their fragile little image of themselves just by breathing. 2. You can't be manipulated. Newsflash. Society is one giant manipulation game. Ads, fake friends, toxic relationships. Everyone is trying to pull strings. But you don't play puppet. You see through the tactics. You catch the lies. You don't fall for the guilt trips. And because of that, manipulators hate you. They can't stand people they can't control. So instead of admitting defeat, they'll whisper, "You're intimidating, you're cold, you're difficult. I can't trick you, and that terrifies me." 3. You refuse to conform. You don't care about fitting in with the herd, and that's dangerous. Because groups rely on conformity to survive. When you walk into the office and don't worship the boss like a medieval peasant, or when you wear what you want without begging for approval, you disrupt the hive mind. People don't know what to do with someone who actually thinks for themselves, so they'll mask their fear with insults. You think you're better than us? No, you just think. 4. You expose people's insecurities without saying a word. Here's the cruel irony. The more confident and secure you are, the more insecure people around you feel. You're not even trying to flex, but your existence screams, "Do better." Suddenly their excuses sound weak, their fake confidence looks shaky, and their comfort zone feels like a coffin. They don't fear you because you hurt them. They fear you because you remind them how much they're neglecting themselves. 5. You're comfortable with silence. Most people can't shut up. They fill the air with empty words because silence exposes them. But you're fine being quiet. That silence is power. It forces people to sit with themselves, and most can't handle that. Ever noticed how people overshare around you or start cracking dumb jokes when you're silent? That's because they're scared. They don't know what you're thinking, and not being able to read you makes them sweat. 6. You don't need their approval. Approval is the drug everyone's addicted to. Likes, compliments, validation. It's the oxygen most people live on. But when you don't beg for approval, when you move through life like, "I'll clap for myself, thanks," you terrify them. Because if you can live without their validation, then their power over you dies. And people hate feeling powerless. 7. You have boundaries. Let's be real. Most people treat no like it's an insult. They're used to doormats, not walls. But you say no and mean it. You cut off energy drainers without writing them a 3-page apology. That level of strength unsettles people. They fear you because boundaries mean they can't use you, drain you, or waste your time. And guess what? That's their problem, not yours. 8. You can handle rejection. Everyone's biggest nightmare, rejection. But you've learned rejection doesn't kill you, it frees you. You apply for jobs, start projects, ask for opportunities, and if someone says no, you move on. That's terrifying to the average person because they spend their whole lives avoiding the possibility of failure. Watching you embrace rejection like it's just part of the game makes them question why they've been hiding their whole life. 9. You don't gossip or play petty games. Most social circles are built on gossip, fake loyalty, and petty power moves. And then here you come, refusing to engage. You don't care about who's dating who unfollowed who, or who said what about who. And people fear that. Because if you're not playing their little games, then they can't predict you, manipulate you, or keep you chained in the same cycle of nonsense. You're a wild card, and nothing scares small minds more than unpredictability. 10. You carry energy that can't be faked. Confidence, presence, aura, whatever you want to call it. It's something you don't buy, you don't fake, you build. And when you walk into a room with it, people feel it. The insecure ones don't know what to do with that energy. It reminds them of everything they wish they were, and instead of leveling up, they fear you, because it's easier to fear you than to face themselves. 11. You're not afraid of truth. Let's be brutally honest. Most people are allergic to truth. They love sugar-coated lies because it makes their fragile little egos feel safe. But you'd rather be uncomfortable in truth than cozy in lies. That makes you dangerous. Because the second you speak, they feel their illusions cracking, and people will always fear the one who speaks truth louder than they can lie. 12. You don't break under pressure. Pressure exposes people. Some melt, some panic, some quit. But when you stand tall under stress, when you show resilience that others can't even fake, they fear you. Because in their heads, they'd already collapse in your shoes. And nothing terrifies people more than realizing you can survive storms they'd drown in. 13. You don't hide who you are. You're unapologetic. You don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You don't water down your opinions just to avoid drama. You're not rude, you're just real. And realness terrifies the fake. People who live their lives behind masks don't know how to deal with someone who refuses to wear one. So, instead of admitting envy, they'll label you as intimidating. But deep down, it's just fear. So, let's wrap this up. Most people don't fear you because you're mean, evil, or aggressive. They fear you because you are free. Free from manipulation, free from conformity, free from needing their approval. You remind them of everything they could be, but aren't, and that shakes them. So don't shrink, don't dim, don't soften. Their fear is not your problem. It's their wake-up call. And if your presence rattles their soul, good. That means you're living at a level they can't ignore. Now tell me in the comments, have you noticed people acting strange, fake, or uncomfortable around you for no reason? And if you're still worried about being feared instead of being liked, let me be savage for a second. Liked people fade into the background. Feared people change the room. Which one do you want to be? The comment of the day goes to Carla Joseph, and it reads, "Like you have a camera in my house. You are a wonderful psychiatrist." Well, Carla, no hidden cameras here, just patterns screaming louder than confessions. Oh well, psychiatrist? Who knows? But let's just say a savage narrator in your phone, holding up a mirror against your face. Grateful you're here. Keep going, as I'll try to get your mind to behave.